Hi, so this week's yoga class is based on the fact that this week is Loneliness Awareness Week. And in my work in mental health, loneliness is really relevant, and it's really relevant to all of us, whether or not we have mental health problems. But loneliness has been associated with mental health problems, the development, the maintenance of mental health problems, even though in itself it's not a mental health problem. And I really wanted to look today at this distinction between loneliness and being alone and being isolated. I think we all know there's a bit of a difference between the two, and one really good example that highlights that is when you're in, say, central London, in a really busy place, surrounded by people, perhaps you haven't been for a while, but you know, that feeling of being really surrounded by lots and lots of people, you're definitely not alone, you're definitely not lonely in that sense of the word, but you could feel more isolated than ever. You might feel even more acutely aware of feeling isolated and disconnected because you're surrounded by loads of people. And that really clearly shows that there is a difference, isn't there, between being isolated and feeling lonely. And I was wondering, what can yoga tell us about that? Well, there's this very interesting concept in yoga called Kaivalya, which is mentioned by Patanjali in the Yoga Sutras if you wanted to look it up, if you have an interest in that. And it's quite a difficult concept to translate from Sanskrit, like many words in Sanskrit. But it refers somehow to an idea of being alone, but not being lonely. And I wonder why it might be that you can be alone and feel really lonely and isolated, and other times you can be alone and you can really enjoy your company. And I think the difference is that this feeling of being connected to your values, to other people, even though you're not with them, can mean that you feel really comfortable in your own company, rather than feeling sort of very isolated, unreachable, or unable to reach out to other people. And I know that's something that I definitely struggle with my mental health. So yoga is, at its essence, about connection, isn't it? And it can be about connecting with other people, but sometimes it really starts with the here and the now and being connected with ourselves, with our bodies and our breath on the mat, however we turn up to the mat. And I think probably the worst kind of isolation is to be isolated from yourself. So during this class, to really, really tune in and really give yourself permission to tune in to how you are right here and now, whilst you're lying on the floor, whilst you're moving through challenging sequences perhaps, rather than wishing you were connecting to another version of yourself or doing it better. I think that is one of the greatest gifts that you can give to yourself. And that stronger sense of connection with ourselves that we might develop through yoga actually allows us to bridge the gap and to connect with others more authentically. So working with this concept of Kaivalya, which also relates to things like not identifying to this body and this small sense of self, but being able to connect beyond that to a larger sense of self, or to what is shared between all beings in a yogic conceptualization of the sense of the self. I think that can be an interesting concept to remember as well, that we are all connected as we're practicing virtually. Whatever your philosophical belief system about the self is, your connection to yourself and your connection to others, they're entwined, aren't they? So it might start with your practice today, but hopefully you don't feel alone, or you do feel alone, but you don't feel isolated with that because of yoga, because you are connected. Hope you really enjoyed the class. Remember to take it easy where you need to add variations where you like, leave me feedback as well. And we're going to start coming down to lay on our backs. So if you're going to use music, you can put on your music now. There'll be a playlist underneath this video, and we'll all meet laying down on our backs. You can hug the knees into the chest, put the feet on the floor, just settle down into the mat. Brilliant. So come to lay down on your back. Make yourself really comfortable, plug your lower back into the mat, and then wherever you are, just hug your knees into your chest. Massage your lower back around in circles, or maybe backwards and forwards. Lengthen the back of the neck, and allow your spine to settle into the earth. Good. Slowly putting the feet down, can be hip width apart or a little bit wider. Bring your hands to rest on your breath, so anywhere on the torso, belly or chest. Take a moment to close the eyes. You can start to deepen the breath using your Ujjayi breath, or keeping it shallow. See if you can really tune into this moment, not whatever moment preceded the class, what came before, or anything that's coming later in your day. The risk that we run when we're always going back over things in the past or always rushing over things that might be happening later on, rushing towards those things. The risk is that we become isolated from this moment, here and now, between the past and between the future. See if you can allow anything that calls on your mind or rushes into your mind to ease off, remain unattended to for an hour or so. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth, open your eyes. Blink your eyes open. Excellent. So starting off, hugging the right knee up towards the chest. Take the left leg away and really flex that left foot. Push the heel away. Pull up the kneecap. Really nice. Inhale. Exhale, lift the head and shoulders off the floor and pin your lower back into the mat. So maybe you can get your forehead and your knee to touch. Now keep the breath really moving, so avoid scrunching up the face to hold the shape. It's almost as though you could let go of your hands and nothing would really change because your core is doing the work for you. Good, those toes on your left foot turned up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lowering down. Good, left hand outside the right leg, right arm extends out. Inhale. Exhale, drop the right leg over towards the left and look towards the right. So a simple twist. Doesn't have to be very deep. You don't need to get the right knee on the floor, but try and keep the right shoulder heavy into the mat. Let the jaw be relaxed, let the tongue hang heavy, the face be soft. And whilst you're here, you're really trying to push the breath down into the belly. So the chest is nice and open, the lower belly may be a little bit compressed as you're twisting through. So we're trying to even out the spaciousness and the tightness. Good. Inhale up through the middle. Exhale, extend the right leg out. Inhale, hug the left knee in. Exhale, head and shoulders off the floor. Now that right leg is as active as the left leg was, so really paying attention. Squeezing the heel further away from your toes, flattening out the back of the kneecap. Good, inhale. Keep that belly pushing towards the thighs. You exhale. Good, inhale. Maybe play around with letting go of the hands, seeing if your breath can keep moving. Good, one more inhale. It's the abdomen doing the work here. Exhale, slowly lower the head and shoulders down. Right hand outside the left leg, left arm goes out. Look towards your left arm. Inhale first. Exhale, slowly draw that left knee over towards the right and relax your left shoulder into the mat. Don't be in a rush to throw your left knee down on the floor and have your shoulder hunching off the floor towards the ear. Make it about a flat upper back of the shoulders flat on the mat, and the twisting coming through the lumbar spine, using the breath through the abdomen to facilitate that a little bit more. Good. So then inhale up through the middle, hug the knee in, exhale, leg goes away. Good. Inhale, right leg comes up, flex the left foot. Exhale, one more time, lifting the head and shoulders off the floor. Good. And then inhale here. Exhale, let go of the hands. Reach them forwards towards that right foot. So using your core. Optional. Inhale, hold the foot. Exhale, extend the right leg up. Keeping the head and shoulders off the floor as much as you can. So you're really using the abdomen. You're not pulling that leg up with the hands. You could even let go of the hands. Yeah, so really trying not to do the work with the arms. Inhale. Exhale, bend the legs, slowly ease down with the head and shoulders. Take the right leg out, flex the right foot. Inhale. Exhale, left leg off the floor, knee in towards the chest. Inhale. Broaden the upper back, exhale, head and shoulders off the floor. Good, inhale. Belly to thigh, exhale, extend the arms. You might stay here, or inhale, hold the foot. Exhale, keeping the head and shoulders off the floor, lift the leg up. So maybe it's easier behind your calf, play around with it. Good, get those right toes turning up towards the sky, head and shoulders off the floor. Brilliant. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly lowering down, sending that left leg away as the head and shoulders come down. Now both knees up towards the chest, rock and roll on your back, up and down, so decompress the spine. Excellent. Next time you come up, can you catch your balance without your toes touching the floor? Lift the chest and then slowly extend the toes forwards so the knees, ankles and toes are all in one line. So really point your feet. Inhale, release the hands, boat pose. Exhale, stay here. Squeeze the inner thighs together, activate the core so it's really your lower belly that lifts your legs in towards the body, not the hip flexors or the quads, the front of the legs doing too much work. Excellent. Inhale, see if you can reach the arms up and try not to round the back. So maintaining that lifted open chest, very hard. Inhale. Exhale, cross the legs. Sukhasana, easy seat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lengthen forwards, take your chest forwards, bring your fingertips on the floor only, so you've got spiky hands, yeah, so really like tennis balls under your hand, or like spiders, whichever metaphor works for you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, walk over towards the left, keep your seat pushing down equally, straight arms if you can, good. Inhale. Exhale, try and turn and look over your left shoulder. So you're really stretching out that right waist, crunching the left waist. So what do we know about that? We want to try and bring evenness where we can. So breathe in a way that both expands your right side of the body, but also that bunched up, crunched up left side of the body. Try not to disconnect from one part, but be able to fill up all parts of the body here. Good, and then inhale, walk through the middle, like your little spiders. Exhale, go over towards the right. Really nice. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. So pull those shoulders away from the ear. So you're not really hunching that right shoulder up towards the jaw. You're trying to take it down away from the jaw. Inhale into the left waist and the right waist. As you exhale, maybe you turn a little bit more. Very nice. Inhale through the middle. Exhale, walk the spiders in and your chest comes up without rounding, like a hinge you come up. Brilliant. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands come down, finding your way gently back to all fours. So take your time. Simple movements. Knees hip width apart, toes untucked. Inhale, tailbone lifts, chest opens, cow. Exhale, tailbone tucks under, arch the back, all the way up to the chin to the chest, cat. Inhale, cow. Good, exhale, cat. Can you really feel the back body opening up on the cat? Inhale, front body opening, belly dipping, organs exposed. Exhale, arch, really push the floor away, use the armpit muscles a bit more. Good, inhale, one more time. Familiar movements. Exhale, round, arch the spine up towards the sky. Good, and then come gently to a neutral spine. Bring the hands forwards a little bit if you're not quite towards the front of your mat, so you have space to take the left leg back, the right leg back to plank. Kick back through the heels, squeeze the weight into the thumb side of the hand. Inhale. And then exhale, bend the legs, walk the hands back in towards the feet, maybe like spiders on your hands, yeah? And tented hands. Good, holding at the back of your mat, hold opposite elbows, bend the legs so the chest comes on the thighs, and make this really free. So maybe tipping forwards and backwards, maybe rocking side to side, bending and straightening the legs. Let the head go. Let the tension just pour out of the crown of the head towards the mat. Excellent. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips down on the floor. Exhale, bend the legs and walk back out. Maybe it's those spiders again, maybe that's too much on your fingers, and you squeeze the palms down into the mat. Excellent. Inhale. Plank, exhale, knees, chest, chin, keep the tailbone high, glide through the elbows into cobra as you inhale. Exhale, push back, seat towards the heels, tuck the toes, and without moving forwards into the shoulders, lift the legs straight up to downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forwards to plank. Exhale, again, knees, chest, chin. Can you slide even more smoothly this time? Inhale, cobra, shoulders down, top of the feet on the mat. Exhale, push back, seat to the heels, tuck the toes. Look back, lift the tailbone straight up to the sky. Lovely. Now slowly walk the feet up towards the back of the hands. This time not making tense with the hands. Try and really get weight into your hands. Good. Toes almost on the back of the wrists. Feet can be hip width apart or shoulder width apart. Good. And start to rock backwards and forwards. Good. Maybe your chest is glued to your thighs. Your back muscles can relax a little bit. Really put some weight into the wrists. And notice that your connection between the bottom and the top of the body, the feet and the hands, they are interconnected. Just like your connection between yourself and others. It's because you put your feet down on the floor that you can lift your hands up towards the sky. It's because you connect with yourself in yoga or wherever else that you can connect to other people. Good, and then bend the legs, slowly uncurl, chin to the chest, drawing the hands up the front of the legs. Feel that warm up of the wrists, the energy in the wrists. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, pull the hands through prayer. 2 more. Inhale, reach out and up. Can you feel that connection? Base of the body, top of the body. Exhale, hands through prayer. 1 more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring the feet together, walk to the front of your mat as you bring the hands to prayer, and just look down, chin to the chest, towards your thumbs. Good, so this is Anjali Mudra, hand position that is probably almost universally acknowledged around the world. Yeah, I'm sure some anthropologists will tell me otherwise, but I think it's very easy to understand that this means respect, or it means respectful things in different cultures. I want you to point your thumbs in towards your heart centre, and not your anatomical heart centre, which is on the left, but into your sort of pranic, energetic, yogic heart centre. And point your fingers out slightly into the world. And this is our metaphor, isn't it, for today's class? Maybe for our whole yoga practice, that we are connected in, we are able to reach out. And I always have this argument with my therapist, who is an existential psychotherapist, which sounds very scary, which it actually is, that he says you're alone in the world, and he believes that. And I always say, yes, but you can still connect with others, and that still means something. We have that debate most weeks. Inhale fully. Open the mouth, sigh out. And then inhale, take that breath up towards the ceiling. Exhale, fold forwards into your toes, flowing a little bit more now. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the left leg back, chest stays open. Good, slowly come onto tented fingertips. Been here before with our fingers. Peel the lower belly away from the right thigh and take your hands back. Chest and head leading forwards and up. So not straight up in a high lunge, this is more of an arrow lunge. Can you really squeeze that left leg straight, kick back through the heel? Excellent. Big breath in. Full breath out, not resting on that front thigh, and then inhale, reach the fingertips almost to the floor, and then lift yourself up, stack the shoulders over the hips. Exhale, chest comes forwards and fingertips go backwards. Now really meditative here. Inhale to lift yourself up. Good. Exhale to lay yourself forwards but not collapsing. Couple more. Inhale, reach. Stack the shoulders over the hips. Exhale. Arms like pendulums here. Take the hands back. 1 more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach forwards with the chest and back with the hands. Good. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Now, same movement with the arms to lift the chest. The left leg steps to the right. Inhale, chair pose. Weight back in the heels. Exhale, fold, chest to thighs, then straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right leg goes back, chest stays open. So try not to look at your right toes. Come on to tented fingertips. Excellent. See if you can really squeeze the inner thighs together. Good, and then pulling the lower belly away from that left leg, take the hands back. Energy in the fingertips. Good, radiating down from the shoulders, it pulls away from the ear, lengthen the back of the neck. Lovely. Look at those left toes perhaps, glance down and check they're not gripping into your mats. Inhale, slowly reach the arms down and up to lift your chest stacked over the hips. Exhale, coming forwards and back. Good, so there's no sense of collapse. Inhale, it's a really meditative, repetitive movement. We could do this for the whole class. Exhale, we'd be so connected with this one movement. Inhale, but we shouldn't have to do it a million times. Should be right in it, here and now. Exhale, hands going almost to the floor and then back. One more time. Inhale, reach all the way up. Squeeze the thighs together. Exhale, take the chest forward and the hands backwards. Hold. But don't hold the breath. Keep the breath moving the body forwards. Excellent. Same with the arms. Right leg to the left. Inhale, chair pose. So lift your chest like a pendulum. Exhale, chest to the thighs, then straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, this time both legs go back. You can step or jump and lower down through chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. So your choice now. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg goes up. Exhale, right foot quietly between the hands. Now this time left arm waves up and out. Warrior two. Sink into the hips, but not collapsing, using your glutes to really support the moving of the knees away from each other. Excellent. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, bend the front leg a little bit more, and then inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, reverse your triangle a little bit more. Good. Roll the left shoulder down away from the ear. Squeeze the inner thighs. Brilliant. Inhale, reach up through the middle. Exhale, really step on that front leg and lean forwards, turn the palms up. Inhale, lift up, flying half moon or flying warrior. Really kick that left heel backwards. And then exhale, bend the front leg, put it down lightly. Warrior two. Good. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, bend the front leg a little bit more. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Triangle legs. Exhale, lean back a little bit more. Very nice. Look up towards the sky. Maybe look beyond your right bicep. Now, inhale, lift the right toes to point up towards the sky. Exhale, turn the toes in so the feet are parallel. Inhale, reach both of the arms up. We're now wide-legged. Exhale, chest forwards, halfway. Hands come onto the hips. Good. Can you really feel underneath your thumbs this pushing out through the side of your bum? You have to really push the blades of the feet away from each other, stretching out the mat. Good. Inhale. Lead with your chest as you exhale, fold. Hands coming down. Now, any variation you like here, you might be into tripod headstand. You might want to move over to one leg and then over to the other leg. Or hold the heels, but make sure your spine is nice and long. Dangling the head. Up to you. Now, if you're really not sure what variation, then stick with where we are now. See if you can just embody this moment without having to jump to the next one or to an imaginary one where you're not at in your practice yet. That is to be isolated from where you are here and now. If you're in tripod headstand, feet come back down gracefully to the floor. All of us, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, turn the right foot forwards, walk the hands inside the right foot to lizard. So you might need to wriggle your right foot out a little bit. Excellent. Come on to tented fingertips. Inhale. You might need to put the back knee down. Exhale, bend the elbows a little or a lot, but keep your chest open. Good, it's like a little push-up. Inhale, straighten the arms. Good, exhale, bend the arms. Not rounding backwards, keep looking forwards. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. Good. One more inhale, straighten. Turn the right toes out a bit. See if you can shift the left foot forwards outside the left wrist and sit down into prayer squats. Excellent. Really move those knees away from each other. You shouldn't even need the elbows. So the knees moving out using the strength of your glutes. Brilliant. Inhale. Exhale, hands coming down, maybe taking crow. So you might lean outside the arms or behind the arms. If your feet don't leave the floor, then play around, shifting the weight backwards and forwards. You don't have to be doing a fancy variation. You don't have to be flying. Wherever you are, you step or jump back and lower down. Inhale, float the chest up, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really, really nice. Bend the knees, look forwards, step or jump forwards, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, pull the hands through prayer into Tadasana. Good, and then release. Palms facing forwards. Good, so I'm working with a bit of an injury at the moment, so I'm not doing the deepest variations of everything. I'm not doing all of the jumping around. That's absolutely fine. It doesn't mean I'm less able to connect with myself, to be, not to be isolated from where I'm actually at, even if I don't like it. Hands come back to prayer. Re-establish. Thumbs in, fingers pointing out. Inhale. And exhale. Next, inhale, send the prayer up. Exhale, fold into your toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back, lower down, your variation. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Brilliant. Inhale, left leg goes up. Try not to open the hip and screw the shoulder. Exhale, foot comes quietly between the hands. Now right arm leads the way out to warrior two. Push the feet apart from each other. Use the glutes to move in. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, bend the front leg a little bit. Keep the right heel pushing down though. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, slide the right hand further down the right leg. Reverse triangle. Very, very nice. Toes pointing to the front of the mat on that left foot. Inhale, keep the legs straight. Float yourself up. Exhale, bend and lean forwards, turn the palms up. Inhale, push down to lift up. Because your left foot pushes down, you can lift your right foot up. Spin the left chest under. Inhale. Exhale, slowly, quietly back to warrior two. Very nice. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, bend the front leg a bit more. Inhale, straighten the front leg. And exhale, stay here. Look up towards the sky. Reverse triangle. Now, inhale, lift the toes up towards the sky. Exhale, turn the toes in 90 degrees to face the right side of your mat. You might look down. Inhale, lift the arms up. You're in wide-legged position. Exhale, halfway forwards. Good. So you're not lower than your bum. You're not looking between your legs. I can't see you. Push the feet apart. Feel the glutes. Good. Inhale. And then exhale, coming forwards into the toes. Good. So weight goes forwards into your toes here. Excellent. See if you can take a different variation perhaps, or if you did an asymmetrical variation like you twisted one way but didn't have time for the other way, then do that. If you can't remember, who cares? It's not this moment anymore. Very nice. Keep your breath leading the movement. Lovely. Feet coming down if they're up in the sky. Inhale, halfway lift. Good. And then hands coming down, you travel to the left foot forward, so the front of your mat, lizard pose, right heel kicking back, fingertips down on the floor, make tense, really straighten that right leg, or you put it down on the floor, you commit to one or the other. Inhale, exhale, bend the elbow, chest stays facing forwards and open, inhale, tiny little push up, exhale, softening down without rounding and looking back, good, inhale, one more, exhale. Good, inhale, push down. Lift the back knee off. Turn the left toes out a little bit to step the right foot outside the right hand into prayer squats. Lovely. Second crow, palms facing forwards. You might need to hop back a little bit. That's one crow in itself. Any variation you like, maybe straight arms. Up to you, that's more crane pose, slightly different name. Inhale wherever you are. Exhale, step or jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in, let it go. Open the mouth. You're steaming up your mat. One more inhale. Here, and then exhale, knees down. Untuck the toes. Slide the seat towards the heels and take the hands back. Palms face up into child's pose. As you're in your child's pose, you can move the seat a little bit side to side, massage out the brow, anything that works for you. You can feel the back muscles completely relaxed as you rest the chest on the thighs or between the thighs. Shoulders rolling in towards the floor after all the work they do in very common yoga sequences. And then slowly walk the hands forwards. Good. Inhale, pull yourself forwards to a tabletop, tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, foot quietly between the hands. Hop the back foot in a bit. Press the heel down and rise up facing forwards to warrior one. Good. So you might go a bit longer, but make sure you don't open the hip to the side. So you're really trying to have your bum facing straight backwards. You can check with the hands. Really straight on that left leg. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, arms go behind you. Interlace the hands. Squeeze the whole hand together and inhale. Shoot the knuckles back and lift the chest up. Good. Exhale, chest comes forwards. And then down and down, head releases, knuckles go forwards as you release into humble warrior inside that right leg. Now, very easy to stick the bum out to the right and open the hip. Trying to have our bum pointing straight to the back of the mat. Kicking through the left heel. Pushing forward to the ball of the right foot, but not the right toes. Good. Shake out the head a bit. And if you suddenly fall over, well, it's not your head and neck holding the shape, it's your abdomen pulling in, away from that right thigh as you squeeze the inner thighs together. Good. And then inhale, halfway up. Chest shooting forward like that arrow lunge. You spin onto the tiptoes. Inhale. Exhale, bend the front leg a bit more and you press down to lift up. Warrior three. Kick through the left heel. Try and keep your hands here. Interlace like a dart. You shoot forwards. Chest open. Chest leading the way. Inhale. Exhale, bend both legs. Bend the arms. Lift up. Chair pose. Front of the mat. Exhale, fold chest to the thighs. Then straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back. Lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward dog, shoulders down, knees really firm. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg goes up. Try not to open the hip and spin the shoulder. Exhale, left foot quietly in between the hands. Hop the right foot in a bit, because you can really push more weight into the heel of the right foot than the toes. Inhale, rise up by pulling the lower belly in, squeezing the inner thighs together. Exhale here, shoulders down. Really nice. So straightening up that right leg, squeezing the right hip forwards, pulling the left hip backwards. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hands behind you and interlace the hands. Good. Now, change the interlace and it will feel really weird. And you know when it's the other interlace because it feels really strange. Inhale, shoot the knuckles down, lift the chest, wrists touching. Exhale, chest forwards. Humble warrior. Good, your knuckles might go all the way to the front of the room, your tailbone still points back towards the back of your mat, not towards the left side. Good, look at your right toes. Shake your head out a little bit, let the jaw go. If your right toes are really gripping into the mat, can you shift a bit more weight back into that right heel? Lovely, and then inhale from your belly, you rise up. Chest forwards, spin onto the right tiptoes. Inhale. Squeeze the wrists, exhale, bend a bit more in that front leg, and then inhale, push down to lift up. Draw that right heel up, you're slightly open in the chest. And sure, if we're reaching out to connect towards other people, we want to go heart first. Yeah, we want to really, really go with warmth and generosity where we can. Inhale. Exhale, bend the legs and the arms, feet come to the front of the mat, chair pose as you reach up. Exhale, fold, chest to the thighs, and straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back to plank and hold your plank position. Good. Left knee down on the floor. Supported side plank, right arm up and right foot pushes away. Now to check that that right foot is really pushing away as much as it needs to, lift the left knee a little bit off the floor and suddenly, yes, you have to lift that right glute up towards the sky. Good, gently put the left knee back down. Inhale, look up, spin the chest. Exhale, right hand comes down, step back to plank. Right knee down, left foot back, supported side plank. If you're thinking supported side plank is really boring, then just wait for where we're going. Really, really keep the shoulders away from the ears. Lift the right knee a tiny bit off the floor and check, are you really pushing the outside edge of the left foot away? Good, put the knee down, inhale, spin the chest a bit more. Exhale, plank. Inhale here, and exhale straight into downward facing dog. Good. Inhale the right hand off the floor and just move it around. Be experimental. Maybe your shoulders move a little bit. Take the hand between your thighs and your chest, maybe clearing out some energy. Could be fast and furious, could be slow. Meditative. Go with the energy you have. Now you can feel that work overloading on the left shoulder and wrist. You keep pushing back and up so the weight goes away from that left wrist. Good. Inhale, extend the right arm out somewhere. Exhale, slide it down the left leg towards the left heel and spin the chest through to the left. Right shoulder goes under as the left shoulder goes away from the ear. Good. Really turn your chest, keep your tailbone up. Very, very nice. Weight in the thumb of the left hand. Inhale, right hand comes out and comes down into downward dog, holding it there. Inhale, forwards to plank. Exhale, right side, side plank, any variation. And this is to take the weight off that left wrist. Good, so you can be in any variation you like. Stacking the feet, kicking the heels away, lifting the left leg up, I don't mind. Inhale. Exhale, plank, chaturanga straight away, all the way to your belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, push back, seat to the heels, downward facing dog. Now, left hand off the floor. Move it around. Clear out the energy. Whatever you feel you need to do. Notice if the shoulder starts to rotate when you move the arm, so that right shoulder will start to move a bit. That's fine. Try to keep it as stable as we need to. Inhale, left arm moves out somewhere. Exhale, left hand goes down the right leg, maybe towards the heel, and spin your chest through. Good. See if you can really rinse out the belly to move the chest beyond a little bit. So you're trying to face that right side of your mat. Squeezing weight into the right thumb, using the shoulder and the armpit muscles and the serratus anterior around the rib cage here rather than just the wrist. Very nice. And then inhale, left arm goes out. Exhale, push both the hands into the floor, downward dog. Inhale, roll forwards to plank. Exhale, left side, side plank, any variation. So maybe supported side plank was boring for you earlier. You can do what you like now, yeah? So energy dispersing from that right wrist. You might shake it off a little bit. Inhale, expand. Try and look up. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Very good. Glue the feet together. Squeeze the in ankle bones together. Good. And then take the hands back. Press the back of the hands into the mat so the palms face up. Inhale, zip up the lower belly. Exhale, start to lift the legs off the floor and then push the lower belly a little bit into the mat. Good. Inhale, chest lifts and shoulders moving away from the ears. Now, pushing into the backs of the hands, try and lift the knees a little bit higher. And final flourish. Inhale, lift. And really take the hands off the floor. Good. Squeeze the inner thighs. Lead forwards with your heart. If you're going to connect to another person, not feel isolated, your heart needs to be open. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly lower down. Hands come down. Push back. Seat to the heels. And round yourself up. Excellent. So, camel pose, you might need to pad your mat, turn it over, or get a cushion, something that might support your knees a bit more if you have sensitive knees, otherwise you'll be fine. Come and stand up on your knees, tuck the toes under, so you can get a little bit of extra height to reach back. So this is not about holding your heels, this is hips pushing forwards, chest lifting up, hands on the waist. Good, zipping up the lower belly, inhale. Lengthening the rib cage, exhale, push the hip forwards and squeeze the glutes, and then wing the elbows back a bit so that the chest can open. So you're not leaning on your hands here, you're holding the whole thing with your core, your glutes, your transverse abdominals, everything really, really working here to support you. Good. And then inhale, lift the right arm up, exhale, take it behind you, and if you can't touch the heel, don't lean backwards. Yeah, try and keep everything pushing forwards and up. If you can't touch the heel, you just bring the hand back. Good, inhale, left arm up. Exhale, reaching back, and if you can't touch the heel, you bring it back. And you hold it here, and really try and lift the chest towards the sky, lift your gaze towards the sky. Try not to throw the head back, keep the chin slightly tucked deep, neck flexor muscles working, so you're either holding the heels or holding the waist. And then using your core, you inhale, come up, letting go of the heels. Exhale, untuck the toes and sit back and down. Good. Very nice. Regain your breath after those generous heart-opening shapes. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, twist gently towards the left, but bring the left hand into your lower back. Squeeze the knees together. See if you can make this more from your thoracic spine, so your lower back stays quite flat. It's definitely not rounding backwards, but probably not twisting through much either. Like a compact position. Good. Big breath in. Full breath out. Release the arms. Inhale up through the middle. Exhale towards the right. Right hand comes into the lower back. So really try and lift the chest up. Inhale without popping your ribs out. Exhale, move through. Good. This is a movement I can't really do very well at the moment with an injury. It's fine. Doesn't mean you can't connect. And that's where the yoga is. Good. Inhale. Compact position, knees together. Exhale. Let go of the arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out a little bit. Having been down on your knees, move it around a little bit. Lovely. And then bend the knees, look forwards, step or jump forwards, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. Plug the feet down to lift up. And then pull your Anjali Mudra back to the heart center. Very nice. Close the eyes for a moment. Are you as connected as when you were feeling your breath at the beginning of the class? Maybe more connected, maybe less, maybe thrown off course, and that is fine. Good, and then blinking the eyes open, palms facing forwards. This last main sequence, we're going to be moving more one movement, one breath. So if you find it difficult to keep up, don't worry, just join in a familiar part, but we're putting together some of the pieces that we have learned as we've gone through. Relax the arms down by the side, shoulders down away from the ears. Good, big breath in, full breath out. Lead all your movements with the breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back, lower down. Smoothly. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, foot quietly between the hands. Good. Inhale, rise, high lunge. Everything facing forwards. Exhale, open out, warrior two. Good. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Inhale, look up. Exhale, lean a little bit more. Straight legs, inhale you through the middle. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, but only the right hand goes down. Inhale, the left arm goes up. Spin through, right shoulder under, left shoulder up. Inhale. spin on the outside edge of the right foot and step the left leg to the right or halfway down the mat. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Let it go if you've got stuck somewhere. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg goes up. Exhale, foot quietly between the hands. Inhale, you take over one movement from the next. Exhale, open out, warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Inhale, look up. Exhale, lean back a tiny bit more. Lateral flexion of the spine. Straight legs, inhale up to the middle. Exhale, bend the legs, cartwheel the hands down. Left hand down, right hand up, maybe without touching the floor with that right hand. Inhale, spin the chest through. Exhale, step the right leg to the left. Inhale, branch out, arch from the floor. Exhale, chaturanga, all the way down to your belly. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, sweep the hands back, lift the feet off. Locust pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, stay. Good, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, stay. This time, inhale, reach the arms forwards, above your head, and exhale, slowly all the way down. Hands under the shoulders. Push back, seat to the heels, tuck the toes. Lift up, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg goes up. Exhale, right knee outside the right wrist for pigeon and glide yourself into it. Inhale, lift the chest, push back into that left hip. Exhale, roll over onto the right glute, bring the left leg forwards. One movement, one breath, remember. Inhale, right foot inside the left leg. Exhale, toes up to the sky, you come forwards. Inhale, reach again. Good, exhale. Chest coming forwards without rounding. Anything you like with the arms. Inhale. And exhale. Really well done. Inhale, lift up. Try and come back to your pigeon pose. Right knee forwards. Back toes tucked under. Inhale. Exhale, push down. Right leg travels over the left leg. Inhale, wild thing. One breath. Exhale, downward facing dog, tailbone higher and higher. Inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, left knee glides. So like the most graceful pigeon ever. You slide the hip down, you lift the chest on top of the toe. Exhale, roll over, bring the right leg forwards, left foot inside the right thigh. Inhale, reach. Exhale, chest towards that knee. Keep looking forwards. Inhale, reach up. Good, really generous breath. Exhale. You can represent that with your hands. Inhale. Good, and exhale. Inhale, reach up. Left leg stays forwards as you come back gracefully to your pigeon. Inhale, lift up, tuck the back toes. Exhale, push down. Left leg travels over the right leg. Inhale, reach. Push into your left foot so you can lift your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Very, very nice. Full breath in. Open the mouth, bend the knees. Chest towards the thighs, almost touch the floor. Inhale, straighten the legs. Blubber the lips, bend the knees. One more, inhale. Exhale, knees all the way down. Good, spin over, one elbow down. Coming all the way to your bum, hug the knees into the chest. And round. Really terrible posture in normal circumstances. Support with your arms, conscious of your back body expanding, your abdomen working a little. Here it is a decompression for the back. Calming and coming in for the mind. Really nice. Inhale, lift up onto your sitting bones. Exhale, slide your back down to the mat. Slowly with your core. Good, walk the feet in. Bring the palms facing down, where you can touch your heels. Good, so bridge pose. but a funky variation, okay? I saw this described on Instagram as a fun variation of bridge. Now I'm going to leave that up for your judgment as to whether you find this particularly fun, but I think it will be connecting in one sense of the word. I want you to make fists and pin your elbows next to the waist. So right down into the floor. Good, the fists can help, especially if you feel frustrated with this bridge pose. Left foot comes right into the middle. Good, right knee into the chest. Inhale. Exhale, extend the right leg up. You can probably see where this is going. Inhale. Exhale, push the left foot into the floor and reach up through that right heel. See if you can really keep that left knee facing forwards. Can you keep your breath moving? Can you pull that right leg up into your lower belly? Inhale. Exhale, take the right leg away. Keep the hips high, almost touch the floor. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, keep the seat high, almost touch the floor with the right heel. Lift the hip. Inhale, lift it back up. One more time. Exhale, almost touch the floor. Push into the elbows. Inhale it back up. And then slowly lower the spine down. Can you get the pelvis down last? And then figure four, ankle over the left knee. Good. Now pick your left foot off the floor, interlace the hands behind the left leg. Good. Just rock it in and out a little bit. Maybe you massage out the right thigh with your right elbow. Good. You can do a variation. Lift the head off, up to you. Good. Keep that right foot really flexed. It works more into the glute that way. Good. And then slowly reset the feet. Bridge pose, having fun, yeah? Very, very connecting. We're not isolated from our legs here or from our core. Good. So walking your right foot into the middle of the mat. Knee pointing forwards over the middle toe. Make your fists, or maybe you can spike your fingers and press your elbows into the mat. Inhale, left knee off. Exhale, extend the left leg up. Good. Inhale first. And then exhale, you push down to lift up. Good, it's really, really nice. Can you lift your hips a tiny bit higher? Use your elbows a bit more. Inhale. Exhale, left foot almost touches the floor. And can you lift the hip a bit higher on the way down? Inhale, lift back up. Good, pulling up into your lower belly. Exhale, down slowly. Try and kick the heel away. Inhale, lift back up. One more time. Exhale, down. Hopefully having a lot of fun. Good. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, slowly lower the spine down to the mat. Cross the ankle over the right knee. And then lift the right foot off the floor. Figure four. Interlace the right hand, the hands behind the right leg. Good. Move a little bit. You can iron out that left elbow into the left thigh. Very nice. Inhale here. Exhale, untangle your legs and slowly bring the feet down about mat width apart. Good. Take your arms out like a cactus. Inhale. Exhale, drop your legs over towards the left. Now try and keep your upper back, your shoulders on the floor evenly. Very nice. Just look straight up to the sky. So you get that sense of, are my shoulders evenly pressing into the floor? If you like, left ankle hooks over the right knee. Inhale. Exhale, slowly drawing the inside of that right knee towards the floor without the chest popping up. And so keep the right shoulder down on the mat. Very nice. Inhale up through the middle, reset the feet. Exhale the other way. Keep looking up to the sky. Brilliant. Optional right ankle flexes over the left knee. Inhale. And exhale, draw the inside of the left knee down whilst keeping your left shoulder relaxed onto the mat. Good. Inhale up through the middle. And exhale slowly. Find your way to a resting position. Good. You can take your arms down by the sides, lengthen the back of the neck, and move slowly into Shavasana. Good. Now allow the work of the practice to dissipate. Maybe the real work starts. As you really tune in and connect to how you are now, you're no longer isolated from this moment. And yes, maybe it feels uncomfortable to be alone on your mat without having to pay attention to anything in particular, apart from your breath, your body. But for a few minutes, allowing your body to rest. Maybe your mind, your emotions can rest too. Now, remembering back to the start of the class, bring your hands to feel your breath. It could be anywhere. Try to avoid deepening the breath or shutting the breath down, just let it be as it is. Allow yourself to be connected with what is. However much you wish it was different. An act of courage, an act of bravery sometimes, but definitely an act of generosity to really attend to each moment as it passes. Start to deepen your breath. Inhale. Open the mouth and sigh out. Good. Inhale, take the hands back behind your head. Sigh out, maybe a bit faster. Good. One more inhale here. Exhale, hug the knees up towards the chest, roll that back onto the mat, and in your own time, either rolling to the side or rolling straight up, coming up to find a seated position. Good, so as you come to Sukhasana, easy seat, hands coming to Anjali Mudra. Thumbs pointing in, fingers pointing out to the world. Connected in, connected out. Bridging the gap of isolation, sometimes requiring vulnerability, courage, effort. Sometimes about letting go and letting down your shield. Inhale, reach the arms out. Anywhere. Good. Exhale, bring them back in. Back to the heart center. Good. Inhale, reach it out. Anywhere. Maybe you look at your hands, blinking your eyes open. Good. Exhale, bring it back into Anjali Mudra. And inhale, reach that straight up. Good. Exhale, bringing it down and bowing yourself forwards. Ending your practice, if you wish, saying Namaste. Namaste, everyone. Good, and as you lift yourself up, move around a bit, make a smooth transition into the next moment, the next moment, the next moment, and remembering to stay connected. You can always reach out to me, ask me questions about your yoga practice, mental health, or anything else. Share the video with whoever might want to try a yoga class, and maybe see you in person one day in real life. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope you enjoyed.